Hello, everyone. I hope you are all safe at home during this international pandemic. As you already know, Management Mix is delivering online awareness sessions under its corporate social responsibility during the international lockdowns, so that you can get access to knowledge and improve and actually benefit from your stay at home to acquire new information. Today we'll be tackling ISO 45001, Occupational Health and Safety. It's a very important topic, especially it concerns the actual crisis. Therefore, we'll be talking about four main points. First of all, we'll be defining the health and safety. What's health and what is safety in the context of an organization? Why health and safety? Why we should give a particular importance to health and safety in our organizations by studying the impacts. Third, we'll be tackling what's the elements of occupational health and safety management system, or the ISO 45001 main elements, and at the end we'll be talking about the benefits. So this would be a very short video tackling the main point of the system. Indeed, more details can be acquired at a later stage. First of all, occupational health and occupational safety. When we mention occupational health, we mean body and mind. So it's a mental health of workers, indeed, or managers, or each employee working in an organization, as well as the condition of his body from health perspective. For example, someone who's working in a let's say environment where a lot of chemical products are used, this might have an impact on the lung. Therefore, particular importance should be given by organization for health in this context. Second, occupational safety. So it means being protected from accidents due or caused by work hazards. For example, a forklift driver, if not protected, can have several hazards during the operation of the forklift, during lifting operations. I can give an example of, for example, product falling on the forklift. If not adequately trained or protected, it can have serious impacts on the driver. So once we define the health and safety, let's move into the impact. Why we should we should give particular importance to health and safety. Actually, it has two costs. Health and safety has indeed important costs on the organizations from the financial point of view, and also on human, actually from the individual point of view, because people can lose their life or also suffers permanent disabilities. So this is from the individual point of view. From the organizational point of view, the organization can face fines, can face production delays due to temporary, let's say, halting of its operations, can also face damages to raw materials, to product, also to plant and equipment, and have to spend money to repair these. For example, if we don't have enough preventive measures to prevent fire, if we have a fire in a warehouse, the loss of the product and the facility itself may be an additional cost on the organization. Also, some more, let's say, damages can be sick pays for employees that should stay at home for a short or even long period of time. Sometimes loss of contracts, legal cost, and the most critical is losing the reputation. So that's very important. So these are the main impacts of health and safety. So how we can manage, how we can prevent these. So actually, health and safety, I would not say that we can eliminate any hazard or risk if we implement these standards. However, I can say that implementation of this standard provide or ensures a culture in the organization to think preventive rather than reactive. Because the standard, actually, the ISO 45001, and which is the Occupational Health and Safety International Management System standard, ensures a structural approach to plan the health and safety, beginning from taking into consideration analyzing the micro and macro environment, setting the required processes within the organization that are concerned in implementing, managing, or planning for health and safety, into a communication mechanism between workers and the managers of health and safety, so that the worker can participate in each and every decision taken by the organization. Also, it requires defining responsibilities and also competencies within the organization to ensure that everyone knows his health and safety responsibilities and already acquired the necessary competency to do safely his work. Here I can give an example of a forklift driver that is qualified or trained to acquire a license to drive the forklift, because one of the qualification criteria is to know what are the hazards involved in his, let's say, operations. Also, the standard requires to define all the hazards, all the risks that can impact in such incident, accident, illnesses, or diseases. Also defines a documentary, a record requirement to keep records for all the previous accidents, for the corrective actions. So it ensures an analysis of the previous experience and then improving the current experience of the organization. And also the operations framework ensure the implementation management of operational on-site measures to protect not only employees but also third parties such as contractors, visitors, everyone going within the boundaries of the organization, whether it's a factory or a construction site, to protect the employees and these third parties from accident, illnesses, and diseases that can be resulted from work hazards. Also, within the framework of the standard, it requires a certain promotion of safety at work and the importance of health. Also, it concerns the workers' hygiene, and also the canteen, and all the areas where the worker can have, let's say, viruses, or it can be affected, his health can be affected from the condition of that place or work or equipment. So the most important in the management system is the creation of a systematic approach. We are creating a system. We are creating processes, procedures, instructions that are implemented after training people on these requirements. And then we are not only implementing but also monitoring the implementation of these actions to see if our system is effective Are we reaching our results? And these are done through qualitative, quantitative monitoring and analysis of our system. So this is a brief description of what we call the management system. Here I can give you a practical example. Actually, in an airplane, all the airline companies have specific, as per the IATA, specific policies and procedures to ensure the safety before, during, and after the flight. We can see, for example, the before takeoff checklist, before landing checklist that the pilot and the co-pilot perform each and every time, and also the flight attendant that explains each and every time the safety requirements during the flight, the emergency doors, and also ensures that people sitting at the emergency exits are capable of helping others to get out of the airplane during emergency. So this is a system that is created and is monitored regularly to make sure it is actually achieving the results behind it. So the fourth section of our short awareness today is the benefits. They are the benefits of ISO 45001 certification. So companies that are ISO 45001 certified, they have an international recognition, and this certification provides confidence among interested parties, whether it's the governmental institutions or the partners or contractors or even the surrounding of the company. It can reduce also insurance premiums because it gives certain guarantees to let's say insurance companies that strict measures are being taken on site. Also, it improves actually productivity, competence, and also satisfaction of employees because the standard requires continuous awareness, continuous education to improve the competency of employees, and also the employees will feel actually satisfied because the company is giving particular importance to his health, his safety during the work, because it's our responsibility to maintain the same baseline condition of the employee and to let him return home without any impact from his workplace. And also, one of the benefits is providing the management certain data, because as I said, qualitative and quantitative data are gathered, are let's say a result of a monitoring on site, whether through site inspections or quantitative incident trend monitoring that are submitted to the management so that they included in their priorities when they're performing strategic planning within the organization. So that's one of the most important point, let's say. The standard also improved the preparedness and the response of the company during emergencies. For example, companies that are already certified have faster reactions to let's say emergencies such as fire, flood, earthquakes, and even I can state the current pandemic. They already make drills each year, and they are already used to perform certain steps to ensure the safety of their sites, employees, and third parties. So this is very important. As a whole, a culture is created in the organization to think preventive rather than reactive. So we perform analysis to hazards that might cause might have negative impacts on employees, facilities, or work activities, and ensure measures are implemented to prevent or to reduce the impact of such events. So these were globally the main parts of occupational health and safety. I hope you enjoyed this short awareness video, and we hope that you stay safe, stay at home, and hopefully will go out of the current situation globally. Thank you very much and have a safe day.